You're embarrassing yourself, Mara said, smiling at me across our kitchen table like I was a child having a tantrum. That was her favorite sentence near the end. Not "I love you." Not "let's talk." Not even "I'm sorry." Just that calm, polished little blade. You're embarrassing yourself. She said it the first time when I asked why she'd started locking her phone face down beside her plate. She said it again when I noticed she'd started taking evening walks in makeup and perfume. And she said it the night I found the local ad. I wasn't looking for it. That's the part people always ask about, as if betrayal only counts if you go hunting for it. I was selling an old treadmill online, scrolling through local listings after work, half asleep, still wearing my grocery store manager shirt. Then I saw the photo. A woman in a black dress, face cropped just below the eyes, standing beside the fountain downtown. The caption said, "Married but lonely. Looking for someone who knows how to keep secrets." My stomach went cold before my brain understood why. The necklace. A tiny gold moon. I bought Mara that necklace on our 5th anniversary. I clicked the ad, my fingers suddenly clumsy. There were more pictures, cropped carefully. No full face. No obvious proof. Except I knew her hands. I knew the small scar near her thumb from when she burned herself making Christmas cookies. I knew the curve of her wrist. I knew the bracelet she told me she lost 3 months ago. Apparently, she hadn't lost it. She had just stopped wearing it around me. When Mara came home that night, she was cheerful. Too cheerful. She kissed my cheek and said, "Long day." I looked at her. Really looked. The perfume wasn't hers. Something heavier. Sweeter. "Where were you?" I asked. She laughed softly while taking off her earrings. "Work. Where else would I be?" I turned my laptop toward her. The ad sat open between us like a body on the floor. For 1 second, her face emptied. Then the mask came back. "You're sick," she whispered. That was her first move. Not denial. Attack. "You're searching those kinds of sites now? What is wrong with you?" I didn't answer. I just watched her. Her voice sharpened. "That could be anyone. It's your necklace. A lot of women own necklaces. It's your hand. You need help." Then she did something that almost worked. She cried. Not loud. Not messy. Just 2 perfect tears sliding down her face while she stared at me like I had betrayed her by discovering what she'd done. "I can't believe you think so little of me," she said. And for a moment, I felt guilty. That's how good she was. But the next morning, the ad was deleted. That was when the guilt died. Mara's birthday party was already planned for Saturday. 30 people. Her parents, her coworkers, neighbors, her book club friends. She wanted a slideshow on the big screen in the rented restaurant room. Childhood photos, wedding pictures, vacations, all the pretty proof of a life she liked showing people. She asked me to prepare it. "Can you make it sweet?" she said, stirring coffee like nothing had happened. "Nothing weird." "Nothing weird." I nodded. "Of course." For 3 days, I said nothing. But I collected everything. Screenshots of the ad before it disappeared. The profile name. The phone number hidden in the contact section. The same number I later found saved in her phone under Mandy Work. Hotel charges on our credit card she said were billing errors. A photo from her coworker's public page where Mara stood too close to a man named Eric, his hand resting at the small of her back like it belonged there. Every lie had a receipt. And every receipt had a date. At the party, Mara looked beautiful. That hurt more than I expected. She wore a cream dress, the gold moon necklace against her skin, smiling like she hadn't spent months making a fool out of me in my own home. People clapped when the lights dimmed. She squeezed my hand. "Thank you for doing this," she whispered. I looked at her fingers wrapped around mine. They felt unfamiliar. The slideshow began normally. Baby pictures. College photos. Our wedding day. Mara laughing in Italy. Mara holding our dog in the backyard. Everyone smiled. Then the screen went black. White text appeared. "Married but lonely. Looking for someone who knows how to keep secrets." The room changed. You can feel silence when it becomes physical. Mara's hand dropped from mine. The first screenshot appeared. Then the second. Then the hotel receipt. Then the contact number. Then the photo with Eric. Nobody gasped dramatically. Nobody screamed. Real life is quieter than movies. Her mother whispered. Mara? Mara stood so fast her chair scraped the floor. This is fake, she said. But her voice cracked on the word fake. Eric was there too. He had come as her work friend. His face went gray. Mara turned to me, eyes burning. How could you do this to me? And there it was. Even then, even with her lies glowing 20 feet wide behind her, she still wanted to be the victim. I picked up the microphone from the table. My hand was steady. I didn't do this to you, I said. I just stopped hiding what you did to me. She started crying again, but this time the tears were messy. You're cruel, she said. No, I replied. Cruel was letting me sleep beside you while strangers answered your ad. Her father looked away. Eric left before dessert. Mara tried to follow me into the hallway, whispering fast. We can fix this. Please. Don't throw away 10 years. I almost laughed. Not because it was funny, because she only called it 10 years when she needed it to protect her. When she was lying, it was just excitement. When she was cheating, it was just loneliness. When I found out, suddenly it was our marriage. I looked at her one last time. You didn't lose me tonight, I said. You lost me every time you made me question my own eyes. 3 months later, the divorce papers were signed. She told people I humiliated her. Maybe I did. But for months, she had been burying me quietly, making me feel paranoid, small, suspicious, broken. All I did was turn on the lights. And the funny thing about people who live behind masks is this. They don't fear losing love. They fear being seen.